NGAD versus China's sixth-generation fighter, an in-depth analysis of 2023's most pivotal military technologies. Introduction. The competition for air dominance has entered a new phase as both the United States and China invest heavily in the development of sixth-generation fighter aircraft. In 2023, the U.S. Air Force's Next-Generation Air Dominance NGAD program and China's advancements in sixth-generation fighter technology have become pivotal topics for military analysts and policymakers. This report examines the current state of these programs, their implications for global military strategy, and the technological innovations driving these developments. Overview of NGAD. Objectives and challenges. The NGAD program aims to replace the F-22 Raptor, a cornerstone of U.S. air superiority, with a manned sixth-generation fighter. However, as of 2023, the program is undergoing a comprehensive review set to conclude by the end of 2024. This review is crucial due to rising costs estimated at several $100 million per aircraft and the rapid evolution of autonomous technologies. The U.S. Air Force is re-evaluating whether to continue down the traditional path of developing a manned fighter or to pursue a more integrated multi-platform strategy that leverages collaborative combat aircraft CCAs and the B-21 Raider. Technological innovations. The NGAD is not just about creating a new fighter jet, it represents a shift towards a system of systems approach in air combat. This involves integrating manned and unmanned platforms to enhance operational flexibility. The Air Force is exploring the potential roles of CCAs, which can operate alongside traditional fighters to reduce costs and increase mission versatility. This shift reflects a broader understanding within the military that future air superiority may rely more on networked capabilities than on individual aircraft. Key developments in China. Rapid advancements in fighter technology. In parallel with the NGAD program, China has made significant strides in its sixth-generation fighter development. Reports indicate that several prototypes have flown, including tailless designs from both the Chengdu and Shenyang aircraft corporations. These new aircraft are designed to improve China's air combat capabilities and pose a direct challenge to U.S. dominance in the aerospace sector. Military modernization strategy. China's military modernization is comprehensive, focusing not just on air combat but also on advancements in STEM fields and a long-term commitment to military capabilities. Analysts suggest that China may already be ahead of the U.S. in the race for sixth-generation capabilities, particularly given its rapid prototype development and testing schedules. Comparative analysis of strategies. Cost and technological challenges. A primary concern for both nations is balancing cutting-edge capabilities with budget realities. The U.S. Air Force faces pressure to develop a cost-effective solution to maintain air superiority, while China is reportedly investing heavily in its military modernization programs. The U.S. is exploring a distributed strategy that includes more affordable CCAs, while China continues to develop multiple platforms, including heavy and medium-weight fighters. Shift towards autonomous systems. Both the NGAD review and China's sixth-generation fighter developments underscore a shared recognition of the importance of autonomous systems. The U.S. is exploring how CCAs can complement or even replace traditional fighters, while China's sixth-generation fighters are also expected to integrate drones and AI technologies. Diverging strategic approaches. The U.S. is reconsidering its focus on a single manned fighter, while China is developing a diverse array of platforms aimed at achieving air superiority. This strategic divergence could significantly impact future air combat dynamics, influencing U.S. operational strategies. Timeline of key events. 2014, DARPA commissions the Dominance Initiative, which lays the groundwork for NGAD. 2020, the U.S. Air Force publicly reveals the NGAD initiative. 2023, reports indicate at least 3 NGAD demonstrators are undergoing testing, while a strategic pause is announced to reassess the program. 2024, China conducts flight tests of new tailless fighter prototypes indicating a commitment to sixth-generation capabilities. Conclusion. As the NGAD review approaches its conclusion, the uncertainty surrounding U.S. air superiority strategy becomes increasingly pronounced. The decisions made in this review will significantly influence how the Air Force prepares for potential conflicts with near-peer adversaries, particularly China. Meanwhile, China's rapid advancements in sixth-generation technology could challenge U.S. dominance in military aviation, necessitating a re-evaluation of strategies on both sides. The interplay between the U.S. and China's developments in military technology highlights the evolving landscape of global military capabilities and the race for air dominance. The outcomes of these programs will not only shape the future of air combat but also have broader implications for international security and military strategy in the coming decades. References: 1. DERSOS, an in-depth look at the NGAD review expected to conclude by the end of 2024. The Aviationist, November 2, 2024. 2. China could beat U.S. in sixth-generation fighter jet race, USAF. Defense 360 Degrees YouTube 2023. 3. Nudik T. Yes, China just flew another tailless next-generation stealth combat aircraft. The War Zone, December 26, 2024. The analysis of the U.S. Air Force's next-generation air dominance NGAD program versus China's sixth-generation fighter developments highlights several counterintuitive insights regarding military strategy and technological advancement. Counterintuitive insights. 1. Budget constraints versus technological advancement. While one might expect that a leading military power like the U.S. would seamlessly advance its fighter capabilities without financial hindrances, the NGAD program is actually facing significant budgetary constraints. The costs associated with the NGAD fighters are projected to be several $100 million each, leading to a strategic reassessment of the approach. This suggests that even advanced militaries must grapple with fiscal realities that can impede technological advancement, contradicting the assumption that military superiority is solely determined by financial investment. 2. Shift from manned to unmanned systems. The assumption that future air dominance will rely heavily on manned aircraft is being challenged. The NGAD program is contemplating a shift towards a system that incorporates collaborative combat aircraft CCAs alongside or in place of traditional manned fighters. This demonstrates a significant pivot in military strategy where reliance on unmanned systems is seen as a viable pathway to maintaining air superiority. It is counterintuitive since historically manned aircraft have been perceived as essential for combat effectiveness. 3. China's rapid progress. The conventional narrative often suggests that the U.S. maintains a technological edge over its adversaries. However, China's rapid advancements in sixth-generation fighter technology, including the development and flight testing of multiple prototypes, indicate that they are aggressively pursuing military modernization. This raises the possibility that the U.S. could be lagging behind, counter to the assumption that the U.S. is always ahead in military technology. 4. Integration of drones and AI. The notion that future combat will heavily feature advanced piloting and human decision-making is being upended by the increasing integration of AI and autonomous systems in both the NGAD and Chinese programs. The Air Force's focus on CCAs and the rapid development of autonomous aircraft challenge the traditional view that human pilots will remain central to air combat. As autonomous technology advances, the strategic dynamic in air combat may shift dramatically. 5. Redefinition of air superiority. The NGAD review indicates a rethinking of what constitutes air superiority, moving from a singular focus on a high-cost manned fighter to a multi-platform approach. This counters the idea that air superiority can only be achieved through advanced manned fighters, suggesting that a networked approach integrating various assets may be more effective. 6. Potential role of the B-21 Raider. The discussion around the B-21 Raptor taking on roles traditionally associated with fighter aircraft is surprising. The B-21, designed primarily as a stealth bomber, may evolve into a multi-role platform capable of engaging in air-to-air combat. This blurs the lines between different aircraft classifications and challenges the notion that specific roles are strictly assigned based on aircraft type. 7. China's long-term planning. The idea that China's advancements are merely a reaction to U.S. military capabilities is misleading. China's military modernization reflects a long-term strategic vision, rooted in substantial investments in STEM fields and military technology. This counters the assumption that military power is built solely on immediate technological achievements, emphasizing instead the importance of sustained planning and development. 8. Diverse platform development. While the U.S. is considering consolidating its efforts into a singular NGAD fighter, China is developing multiple platforms, e.g. heavy and medium-weight fighters. This strategic divergence suggests that having a variety of aircraft types might provide a tactical advantage, contradicting the belief that fewer, more advanced platforms are inherently superior. 9. Operational flexibility versus cost efficiency. The U.S. strategy of potentially relying on a distributed network of capabilities rather than a singular high-cost aircraft challenges the traditional view that operational effectiveness is tied to advanced, dedicated platforms. The potential for operational flexibility through a diverse fleet of lower-cost aircraft may redefine the standards of military effectiveness. 10. Perception of air combat. The conventional perception of air combat as dominated by manned fighters is shifting. The emergence of tailless designs and the potential for drone swarms in both U.S. and Chinese strategies indicates that future air combat may involve unexpected tactics and configurations challenging established norms about aircraft design and combat roles. Conclusion. The ongoing developments in the NGAD program and China's sixth-generation fighter advancements reveal that military strategy and technology are evolving in unexpected ways. The interplay between budget constraints, technological integration, and the shift towards unmanned systems points to a future where traditional assumptions about air superiority and combat efficacy must be re-evaluated. As both nations navigate these changes, the broader implications for global military dynamics and the nature of warfare itself will become increasingly significant. The report on the U.S. Air Force's Next-Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program and China's sixth-generation fighter advancements highlights several significant and often overlooked aspects that could have profound implications for future military aviation and global power dynamics. 1. Strategic shift from manned fighters to multi-platform approaches. The ongoing NGAD review is a pivotal moment for the U.S. Air Force as it contemplates a shift from a singular focus on a manned sixth-generation fighter to a more distributed, multi-platform strategy. This evolving strategy includes the integration of collaborative combat aircraft (CCAs) and the B-21 Raptor into the air superiority framework. The implications of this shift are significant. Cost efficiency. The rising costs associated with developing advanced fighters, estimated at several $100 million each, have prompted a re-evaluation of how the U.S. can maintain air superiority without being financially burdened. This could lead to a more budget-friendly approach that emphasizes quantity over singular high-cost technologies. Operational flexibility. Emphasizing a system of systems approach allows the U.S. to leverage various platforms, manned and unmanned, working in concert. This multifaceted strategy can enhance mission flexibility and responsiveness in combat situations, potentially outmatching adversaries who rely heavily on traditional platforms. 2. China's rapid advancements and long-term planning. China's advancements in sixth-generation fighter technology, including the introduction of tailless designs from multiple aircraft corporations, underscore a strategic commitment to military modernization. Analysts often overlook the long-term implications of China's investment in STEM fields and military technologies. Technological momentum. China's focus on long-term planning suggests a trajectory that could lead to significant technological advancements in the coming decades. This could result in a military capable of competing with or surpassing U.S. capabilities, fundamentally altering the balance of power. Networked warfare. China's integration of advanced technologies including artificial intelligence and autonomous systems poses a challenge to U.S. air dominance. The potential for a system of systems approach similar to what the U.S. is exploring indicates that future conflicts may be fought with a combination of manned fighters and advanced drones, making traditional air combat scenarios increasingly complex. 3. The role of CCAs and autonomous systems. The rise of CCAs as part of the NGAD program reflects a broader trend in military aviation where autonomous systems are increasingly critical in combat scenarios. This shift carries several significant implications. Force multiplication. CCAs can operate alongside manned aircraft to enhance combat effectiveness while reducing the risks to pilots. This capability not only expands mission profiles but also allows for more dynamic and adaptable tactics during engagements. Changing nature of air superiority. As both the US and China invest in autonomous capabilities, the traditional concept of air superiority may evolve. Future air battles could involve networks of drones and manned aircraft, requiring a re-evaluation of strategies, tactics, and training for pilots and crews. 4. Budgetary constraints and technological integration. A critical aspect of the NGAD review is the budgetary constraints facing the U.S. Air Force. The push for cost-effective solutions will necessitate careful consideration of how new technologies can be integrated into existing platforms. Balancing cutbacks with innovation. The necessity for affordable solutions may drive innovation in military technology, pushing for modular designs and open architectures that allow rapid upgrades and integration of new capabilities as they become available. Pressure on defense budgets. As defense budgets face stagnation or reduction, the U.S. may need to prioritize certain technologies over others. The decision to focus on CCAs or the B-21 Raider's expanded role over a costly sixth-generation fighter could shape capabilities for years to come. 5. Potential for a new era in military aviation. The interplay between the NGAD program and China's sixth-generation initiative signifies a potential new era in military aviation characterized by increased competition and innovation. The competition between the US and China could spur rapid advancements in military aviation technology, leading to innovations that reshape the battlefield. The pressure to not only keep pace but also lead in technological development could yield breakthroughs that benefit both sides. Global military dynamics. As these two nations develop and deploy advanced air combat systems, the global military balance may shift, impacting alliances' defense strategies and international relations. Countries observing this race may feel compelled to enhance their own military capabilities, further complicating global stability. Conclusion. The NGAD review and China's advancements in sixth-generation fighter technology reveal a complex landscape of military aviation that goes beyond traditional notions of air superiority. The strategic shift towards multi-platform operations, the implications of autonomous systems, budgetary pressures, and the potential for a new era of military aviation all highlight critical considerations that are often overlooked in mainstream discussions. The outcomes of these developments will have lasting implications not only for U.S. military strategy but also for global security dynamics in the coming decades. 1. Cost and technological challenges. The NGAD program is currently facing significant budget constraints, with costs projected to be several $100 million per aircraft. This has prompted the U.S. Air Force to reassess the viability of developing a traditional manned sixth-generation fighter. In contrast, China's rapid advancements in sixth-generation technologies, including investments in STEM fields, signal a long-term strategy for military modernization that poses a challenge to U.S. air superiority. The need to balance cutting-edge technology with fiscal responsibility will be crucial for both nations as they navigate the complex landscape of military aviation. 2. Shift towards autonomous systems. The integration of collaborative combat aircraft CCAs is a pivotal point in the NGAD review. The U.S. Air Force is exploring how these unmanned systems can complement manned aircraft, potentially reducing the reliance on expensive fighter jets. China is also innovating in this area, with its sixth-generation fighter concepts likely to include autonomous drones and AI technology. This shift towards a networked multi-platform approach reflects a significant evolution in air combat strategy, emphasizing flexibility and adaptability in future engagements. 3. Diverging strategies. The US and China are adopting markedly different approaches to their respective next-generation fighter programs. The US is reconsidering its focus on a single manned aircraft, while China is committed to developing multiple platforms including heavy and medium-weight fighters. This strategic divergence could have profound implications for future air combat dynamics, affecting how both nations prepare for and engage in potential conflicts. The outcome of the NGAD review will significantly influence U.S. operational strategies in light of China's advancing capabilities. 4. Integration of the B-21 Raider. The B-21 Raider stealth bomber is emerging as a critical component of the U.S. air dominance strategy, with its role expanding beyond traditional missions to include air superiority tasks typically performed by fighter aircraft. This potential redefinition of the B-21's capabilities underscores the importance of a multi-role approach to air power in a contested environment. As both the NGAD and the B-21 Raider are evaluated, the U.S. Air Force is seeking to ensure that it can maintain a competitive edge against rapidly advancing adversaries like China, particularly in the context of integrated air combat operations. 1. The Cold War and the F-117 Nighthawk. During the Cold War, the U.S. developed the F-117 Nighthawk stealth fighter, which revolutionized aerial combat with its low observable technology. This program faced significant challenges, including budget constraints and technological hurdles similar to the current NGAD program. The F-117 entered service in the late 1980s and was pivotal during the Gulf War, showcasing the effectiveness of stealth technology against conventional forces. 2. The development of the Eurofighter Typhoon. The Eurofighter Typhoon program, initiated in the 1980s, involved collaboration among several European nations to develop a next-generation fighter. The project faced delays, cost overruns, and disputes among partner countries, mirroring the current complexities surrounding the NGAD and China's sixth-generation fighter initiatives. The Typhoon, which combines air-to-air and air-to-ground capabilities, illustrates the challenges of multinational defense projects and the need for technological advancement in a rapidly evolving military landscape. 3. The JSF program and the F-35 Lightning II. The Joint Strike Fighter JSF program aimed to create a family of stealth multi-role fighters, culminating in the F-35 Lightning II. This program experienced significant challenges related to cost overruns, schedule delays, and technical issues, reflecting the ongoing difficulties faced by the NGAD initiative. The F-35's emphasis on multi-role capabilities and integration of advanced technologies parallels the U.S. Air Force's current reconsideration of its fighter strategy in light of emerging threats from countries like China. Future outlook: NGAD versus China's sixth-generation fighter. As we look towards the future of military aviation and the competition between the U.S. Air Force's next-generation air dominance NGAD program and China's sixth-generation fighter initiatives, several key predictions and trends emerge that will likely shape the landscape of aerial combat and defense strategies over the next decade and beyond. 1. Technological advancements and integration. The integration of autonomous systems and artificial intelligence is expected to play a critical role in the future of both the NGAD and Chinese sixth-generation fighters. The U.S. Air Force is likely to prioritize a multi-platform approach that includes collaborative combat aircraft CCAs working alongside manned fighters. This shift towards a system-of-systems architecture will allow for enhanced mission flexibility, cost efficiency, and operational effectiveness. China is similarly focused on these advancements, with reports indicating the development of tailless designs that incorporate advanced stealth technologies, AI, and drone integration. By 2030, it is plausible that both nations will have developed platforms that seamlessly integrate manned and unmanned systems, leveraging each other's strengths to achieve air superiority in contested environments. 2. Budgetary constraints and strategic decisions. The cost of developing and procuring advanced aircraft is a significant concern for both the US and China. The NGAD program has faced scrutiny over rising costs, which could lead the US to adopt a more distributed force structure prioritizing affordability and flexibility over a single expensive platform. Predictions suggest that the Air Force might favor a larger fleet of lower-cost fighters complemented by CCAs rather than a smaller number of high-cost manned fighters. On the Chinese side, despite robust investments in military modernization, budget constraints may also influence the pace and scale of their sixth-generation fighter development. The potential for competing interests within China's military-industrial complex could lead to a more gradual rollout of advanced platforms, albeit still maintaining a focus on rapid technological advancement. 3. Shift in global military dynamics. The competition between the US and China in the realm of sixth-generation fighters will likely lead to a broader shift in global military dynamics. As both countries develop advanced aerial combat capabilities, traditional alliances and partnerships may evolve. Countries in the Indo-Pacific region, particularly those in proximity to China, may seek to bolster their air power through collaborations with the US or by pursuing their own advanced fighter programs. By 2035, we could see a more multipolar military aviation landscape where various nations influenced by US and Chinese advancements develop their own versions of sixth-generation and beyond capabilities. This could manifest in new fighter designs, enhanced air defense systems, and the incorporation of advanced technologies such as hypersonics and directed energy weapons. 4. Impact on air combat doctrine. The developments in sixth-generation fighter capabilities are set to transform air combat doctrine. The integration of AI and autonomous systems will likely lead to a paradigm shift in how air campaigns are planned and executed. The U.S. Air Force is already reassessing its air superiority strategies in light of technological advancements. Predictions suggest that future air combat will increasingly rely on networked systems where manned fighters operate in concert with drones and other assets, allowing for more distributed and resilient operations. China's approach to air combat will likely reflect similar trends, focusing on a multi-domain strategy that includes cyber capabilities, electronic warfare, and integrated air defenses. The evolution of air combat doctrine in both countries could lead to new tactics emphasizing agility, speed, and the ability to adapt to rapidly changing battlefield conditions. 5. Potential for increased competition and conflict. As both the US and China continue to advance their military aviation capabilities, the potential for increased competition and conflict cannot be overlooked. The race for technological superiority in aerial combat may exacerbate existing tensions in regions such as the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. By 2030, we may witness a more pronounced military presence from both nations in these areas, accompanied by a heightened focus on deterrence and readiness. The advancements in sixth-generation technologies could lead to an escalation in arms races as other nations seek to keep pace with US and Chinese developments. This could manifest in increased military spending, rapid development of indigenous fighter programs, and expanded capabilities in emerging technologies. Conclusion: the future of military aviation, particularly the competition between the US NGAD program and China's sixth-generation fighter initiatives, is poised to be marked by rapid technological advancements, strategic shifts, and evolving doctrines. As both nations navigate budgetary constraints and the complexities of modern warfare, the outcomes of these developments will have profound implications for global military dynamics, air combat capabilities, and international security. By 2035, the landscape of aerial warfare could be unrecognizable, driven by innovations in technology and a redefined understanding of air dominance.